Okay, so now that we've got our brand awareness campaign up and running, we've got our audiences and all of that stuff, what we want to do is start retaining people and putting together a collection of content to just keep our brand top of mind, keep on, just keep in people's feed, maintain our position in people's feeds to make sure that we're always coming up. So what we're going to be doing is a storytelling authority campaign. So go back to your ad manager to get things started, and what we're going to need is a collection of articles. So as I mentioned earlier, this could be stuff from your own blog if you don't have a lot of press mentions. But in this case, we've got things like, in this example, we've got interviews. So we've got, let's look at Jeremy McLeod interview past year. So you can see Nightingale Housing wants you to own a great apartment. That's a cool headline. The Fifth Estate, beautiful. So we've just got this content. We've got designing for people, not profit. Awesome. Australian firm Breathe Architecture is changing the way, etc. Lots of really, really good articles. So let's look at these 4 examples and just imagine that we've got 4 stories about your firm that you want to cultivate, plus maybe you've got your blog as well. So let's go to my blog and go, okay, Instagram for architects, cool. People don't follow brands, awesome. Luxury marketing, great. So now we've got maybe a collection of articles. So let's say we've got 5 to 10, and that's going to be what we start with initially when we start building a campaign from. So the goal of this campaign is going to be top of mind, essentially top of mind and depth of understanding. And what we want to do is a reach campaign capped at 1 article in their feed every 7 days. And it's going to be targeting video viewers, website visitors, Insta engagers, and yeah, that's it. And what we're going to build from it is a new custom audience of post engagement. So that what we have in the end is when we go to our conversion nudge campaign, we've got all of those audiences plus that audience to start nudging. So let's get into it. So it's a little bit of a different strategy for building a campaign like this. We're going to go and create a campaign. And this one is going to be a reach campaign. Because what we're just looking to do is turn up in their feed. We don't necessarily need those clicks. It would be good to do a traffic campaign, which is basically trying to optimize around getting people to click on the links. That is good. We do want that. But in this case, we want control over how often they see the ads because we don't want it to be in their face every single day. We want to rotate our ads gradually over a course of time. So we're going to optimize around reach and just allow this to be our reach campaign, or you could call this our authority campaign. So again, continue. Now, we pick our Facebook page and we create a new audience. So just quickly reviewing our notes, it's going to be our video viewers audience, website visitors, Insta engagers. So we've got our video audience we kind of built last time, but let's call this video engagement. Awesome. 10-second views. We're going to have website visitors. Let's just pick this one. That's a MailChimp audience. That's not right. This is basically Vanity 30, let's say. So that'll be your website one, whatever you call that. And let's check the final one, Insta engagers. So this one is going to be Vanity Instagram. So what you'll notice about these 3 audiences is that none of them are lookalike audiences because we don't want Facebook to give us strangers. We're looking for people that have already had their first engagement with your brand. So they've watched a video, they've been on your website, or they've been on your Instagram account. That's what we really want to see. So with this one, we want to boil it down to the same location targeting we had last time. So if you're targeting Fitzroy plus 25 miles is great. Again, you can change the age, but when it comes to what is essentially a retargeting campaign, and the word retargeting basically means this, it's targeting people that have already come, they've come in the past. They've already seen your stuff. They already know you. So you don't need to worry about the conditions here because, whatever. It's going to be such a small audience, relatively speaking, that you don't have to be that exclusive. And in fact, I probably wouldn't even worry too much about location targeting, except for country or maybe state. Because what you want to do is consider that there's a margin of error in the way Facebook establishes location targeting. And, we just want to hedge our bets and go for the state. I don't care if they're in New South Wales or whatever, but just, just go state targeting for retargeting. I think it's the way to go. Some people might disagree, but whatever. Age, don't care. Keep it open. Language, don't care. Keep it open. Interest, keep it open. Don't care. We just want to retarget this entire audience and show them this content. So for edit placements, it's really important here that we turn off Instagram, Audience Network, Messenger. We turn off these. We turn off feeds. We turn off articles, stories. We basically just want feeds. Just Facebook feed. You wouldn't run this kind of campaign on Instagram because this isn't the best content for Instagram. This is Facebook feed stuff because it just suits what this feed is about. And all devices is fine. We go down to budget, $1 a day, run it continuously. Now, here's what we're doing. You'll notice that the optimization, even though everything else looks very similar to the last campaign, what is different is down here in the optimization section. Because what we get to do, which is really cool, is a frequency cap. So we say 1 impression every 7 days. And that means that they are going to see one of these articles appear in their feed every 7 days. And they can just keep on doing that. And the more articles that you have, the more room you have to move here. You can keep this campaign running for a really long time before people see ads repeated. But that's the way to do it. As far as just quickly going back to excluding audiences, as we go down the funnel, we need to think about, do we actually need to start excluding some people? And at this point, the answer is no. Happy with all of that. So this is all good to go. We're ready to move ahead. Every 7 days is fine. Reach is fine. Delivery is fine. Continue. Now, at this point, what you'll find is that we want to create all of these different ads, but this only lets us create one ad. We need to make sure that we go to switch to quick creation. This may actually lose our progress, which could suck. But if it does, we might just have to go back through it. Yep. Okay. So I'll just really quickly go through it. So this is going to be our authority campaign. So just as a general, going back to the previous advice, start off in quick creation for this mode. So we want this to be a reach campaign. That's fine. Now, we want to create a new ad set and call it articles. We want to select our page, and then we want to create our first ad. Now, this is kind of a confusing concept, ad sets and ads. So an ad will be, each of these articles will be an ad, and an ad set just represents the group. It's just like a folder on your computer. It's just a folder that holds all of these. Some options are set at the ad set level and some are set at the ad level. You don't really need to stress about it too much. So this first one, let's just grab the title. This will be our first ad. Save to draft. So we're just waiting for that to come through. Cool. And we can see these options. So here's what you'll be shown. That's cool. This is the campaign. You can see the navigation up here. This is the campaign. It's a reach campaign. That's great. Now we need to go to the ad set. The ad set is where we set the budget, so $1 a day. And we need the custom audiences, which will be, again, just quickly, this is a good refresher. We've got our website, we've got our Instagram, and we've got our video engagers. So those are our audiences. Everyone in this location, we set this to Victoria. We didn't mess with any of these, didn't mess with these. Edit placements, turn off everything except Facebook feeds. So just there, Facebook feeds is the only one that's left. Once every 7 days. Cool. Now we can click on one ad and create our first ad. So this is the first one. So you can see that we've just got default stuff at the moment. If you remove the image, so Vanity Projects is selected, your page will be selected. We add a website URL. So there's a button here for that. We click that, we go back, we grab the URL, we put it in, and then it will just drop it like it's sharing a normal article. So you'll want to sort of customize your text for each of these. But what you can do, a really simple way to do it, is to just pull a quote from the article. There's a lot of content to do here. Like, let's say this, for example. So there we go. So that will be one ad, and this will rotate as we described on a 7-day rotation. You can adjust the headline and you can adjust the newsfeed description. If you don't change these, it'll just pull it from the original article, which can be fine in this case. But you can generally, this is the part, the call to action, where you can actually set a button. And I think learn more is not bad. You don't have to have a button, but it does improve click-through rate. So there we go. Now we can effectively publish this example. So that is one there. Now what you will want to do is create multiple ads. One ad for each of your articles. So now that you're here, remember, this is our campaigns tab. So we've got authority campaign, we've got ad sets, which is your group, articles, where your budget's set. And at any point, if you want to change the settings, you can just click on it and click edit. And then you're back to this menu and you can navigate to the ads and back to the campaign and stuff like that. But here we go. What we want to be doing is sitting in the ad campaign, the ad section. And then here you can create a new ad. So use existing campaign, use existing ad set, but we create a new ad, and then this time we've got this article. Nightingale reaches the village scale. Now anything is possible. So we'll just put that in the title so we can remember it. Grab the URL. And go through the same process again. So we start by removing the image so that we can replace it with the default image. We add a website URL, we drop that here, we grab text, we can one way to be particularly lazy about this is to just get a quote. That looks pretty bad. So put some thought into this. Just introduce it the way that you would a post. We just want people to read it and be interested in it. Again, learn more. And we can publish it. The exact same process. So share the link. If you want to, you can just experiment with not even having text here, because we just want it to be like share the link sponsored. That's all we really want. We just want people to see the article, read it, be interested in it, and that sort of stuff. So you'll end up by clicking publish on that, and you just keep on going through this process of filling in these multiple ads. And then what you've got is basically your campaign will just be running with your ad set, where it will show one of these ads once every 7 days. So once every 7 days, which is a rule that's applied to your ad set, it will pick an ad from your big folder of ads and it will show it to that audience. So you can get creative with what you put in here. You can put articles about yourself. You can put your blog posts. You can put podcasts that you've been on. You can even put project case studies from your website and all of that sort of stuff. But you just continue to add to this folder and do that by creating a new ad for it. Think of it as like a Facebook post. That's basically what you're doing. You're just sponsoring a Facebook post. And as you get more website visitors and more people watching your video and more people visiting your Instagram account, more people will be added into this campaign. They will stay in there for 180 days. And you'll just be able to continue to show them content from your firm over a long period of time. Again, I'm just going to turn this campaign off because I don't want to be advertising Nightingale. So that is how you do it. And that is basically your retention, interest building, brand building campaign. And it's a really good way to go. Just like before, just like the first campaign, we want to build a custom audience, again, a brand new custom audience based on people that engage with this post. So we go to the audiences tab. And we go to create a new audience. And you're starting to have a lot of these by this point, but that's okay. We create an audience and it's going to be a custom audience. And it will be engagement and it will be Facebook page. And everyone who engaged with your page with any post or ad in the past 365 days. And that's the way to do it. And you would call this sort of like, so you'd pick your brand, Facebook, ad, ad engages. So that'll be people that click on it, that comment on it, that like it, that share it, that see it, and they will be going into your final campaign, which is your conversion nudge, because we just want that to appear as well. So that's good to go. You'll create that audience and it will start collecting all of that information on people and you can move on to the next step.